What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. 4th of July. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Kind of a slow start to the evening here, but I'm ready to ramp it up. And also, I want to get Jacob out here in like 20 minutes. It's going to be a holiday weekend for a lot of you, I know. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to be able to hang out, enjoy it, be safe, be merry, enjoy it for sure. But I'm going to be working the entire live long day, that's for sure, because we got a lot of money to make here. 4th of July, Thursday, crazy amount of baseball games Friday as well. I'm going to be breaking it all down for you. We start before noon Eastern time here with this first baseball game right off the bat. Might be my favorite bet of the entire section, but we've been running really well with the likes. I'm going to keep that going here. Half unit for me on all of these likes across the board that I'm talking about. A couple of leans, couple of props that we'll talk about, prospective spots that I think are really good, really sharp, and we're going to go make some money on it. But producer Jacob, he doesn't think I can do this in sub 20 minutes. I think I can. 1776. Oh, speaking of, why don't we just do that ad read right now, producer Jacob? Odd Shopper is 1776 for the entire portfolio. We're talking the Odd Shopper Discord. We're talking about the premium EV tools, everything you know and love at the link below. If you sign up now, use code 1776. It's almost like something happened that year for our beautiful nation, and you should be signing up for that first month for a super low price. What is that per week? It's less than $5 per week. It's an absurd number. It's basically like $4.50 per week. $4.50. Doesn't work as well. But 1776, friends. Awesome stuff from Odd Shopper for the 4th of July. Alrighty, y'all. With that, let's get to the picks. Our first spot, the Mets, taking on the Washington Nationals in our nation's capital. Again, happy 4th of July to everybody here in America. But also, I heard that I'm a hit in Taiwan. Where did that come from? Somebody in our premium Discord from Taiwan. Feels nice. Feels cool. I couldn't find Taiwan on the map. But New York Mets, Washington Nationals. I like the over of 9 here with this one. Jose Quintana and Jake Irvin. Are you kidding me? Two absolute terrible pitchers. And then look at the weather. It's like 90 degrees with a bunch of humidity there in our nation's capital. Wear shorts. Wear shorts. That's all I'll say. Unless you're in the booth, wear pants, wear your suit, look professional. Always look professional. But over 9, I like it to get our card rolling. Keep rolling. And also, I like the team total for the Mets. It's hit like a billion times in a row. It's been a play in the premium Discord from our members nonstop. Shout out Celia, looking at you. Yes, we have ladies. Come hang out, ladies. All right, next play. I really like this one. Andre Palante, we're not going to talk about him too much, but Martin Perez, we're certainly going to be targeting him in some capacity against some of these righties. Look at this. 378 xWOBA, 517 expected slugging, 9.4% barrel percentage. And Andre Palante, I will say, there are going to be some righties that I might take a look at. Looking at you at the top of the lineup, Brian Reynolds. Looking at you, Nick Gonzalez. Looking at you, Andrew McCutchen. But for the time being, I like getting to Paul Goldschmidt. This is like a buy low on a dude who has a terrible start to his season and now is just smacking the baseball around the yard. 449 expected slugging, 49.3% hard hit. It has to get better. It will get better. Sometimes I gotta think that things will get better. 4 stolen bases, 11 homers, only hitting 227 for average. Are you joking me? All right, that has to go. Can it get much higher? Yeah, I'm very wired today. I apologize to everybody. But Paul Goldschmidt, 2+ bases. I'm leaning on it, but give me plus money on that. That will be on the card tomorrow. Next up, Frankie Montas, Marcus Stroman here with Reds, Yankees. Yankees backers having a hell of a time right now, that's for sure. I am not one of them, so it is what it is. It's 3-2 bottom 7, so it'll be okay. You have a chance to salvage. I didn't end up on anything there. I haven't really been on anything with the Yankees involved since, well, they had the Toronto series. But anyway, Frankie Montas, Marcus Stroman in this one. As I look at the board, nothing that really stands out to me in terms of trying to back the numbers. It's perfectly efficient at 8.5. It's certainly perfectly efficient on the minus 178, plus 150. That's like exactly where I would set this line. But I want to at least throw out that you get a soft, well, not soft tossing, but like you get a weak righty in Frankie Montas on the mound with a 416 expected slugging and is a fly ball guy, like an absolute fly ball guy. I just talked about it with Tyler Stevenson yesterday, but Juan Soto's only at an 8.9 degree average launch angle. Frankie Montas, righty up there, 15-degree average launch angle. You bring that up, you get a small ballpark, you get great hitting conditions as far as, well, it hasn't been crazy hot in New York by any means, but Juan Soto, friends, to home run. Yeah, that's going to be your lean. These have been running red hot. Give me better than plus 330. It'll be on the card tomorrow. Probably the game I have the least amount of interest in, the game I have nothing to do with. We got Framber Valdez, we got Chris Bassett. We're just going to pass all the way around. Hit next. Toronto money line, it's going to be a lean, but Framber Valdez, great ground ball rate. Chris Bassett has good stuff from time to time. It's just, I couldn't figure out what to do with this one. I stared at it for a while. There's two games I stared at for a while. I think producer Jacob knows them. Toronto, and then Coors Field / Tampa Bay, Kansas City towards the end of the night. Just stared at the games, couldn't figure out what to do. We hit pass on all three. Oh boy, something's going to stand out in one of them in the evening, but in this one, I can guarantee you nothing will be on the card. Boston and Miami has something here though. Nick Pivetta and Mr. Lively on the card. What am I possibly looking at here? Well, it's actually not going to be Lively here for the Miami Marlins. It's going to be Kyle Tyler. Kyle Tyler has been good. 342 expected slugging, 212 expected batting average, 16.3% K rate. However, he's only had 3 starts, but you go to his AAA numbers, and I work through some of those because, again, it's kind of my job too. Like, I want to make money for myself first and foremost, and then as a result, I make money for you, and these are good things. For me, for you. Kyle Tyler, amazing stuff here at AAA. He's 27 years old, so it's not like he's some world beater by far, but I will say, I kind of like, where did it just go? Where'd it go? 2.80 ERA, 1.18 whip. He got called back up. He's had 2 starts here, Seattle and Philadelphia. He's given up a grand total of 3 earned runs in those ones. And I kind of like the portfolio just as far as run prevention goes. So with Kyle Tyler, I think he's important. And then you go to Miami and you got to get by Jesus Sanchez. You got to get by Brian De La Cruz. I bring them up every time on this program. Chad Chisholm, 429 expected slugging, but just a 239 expected batting average. You get by them. It's a great pitching ballpark for Nick Pivetta. I think we see him finally put it all together. And I think we're on the under of 8.5 for the entire ball game. I think this is a really good play to have in the, I was going to say, don't matter what I was going to say next game. Now we reach the Ben Lively portion of the program. He's taking on Drew Thorpe, 8-2 right now. We hit that over of 8.5. That's good. I was going to say, I was double checking my betting sheet and I was pretty positive that I had something on this one, but I do think we're going to have something here that shows up. As of right now, recording this on Wednesday night, I don't have it. However, I'm going to be leaning the plus 1.5 here with the White Sox side, purely because of the off-speed offerings of Drew Thorpe. It is playing up for power as well, and the White Sox, while they don't have a lot of lefties in this lineup, Ben Lively, he's had a great 3.03 ERA, 3.66 expected ERA, but I expect some sort of negative regression. This is the highest his K rate has been in all 5 of his big league seasons. Now, they've been spread out going back to 2017, 18, 19. Then he had 4 years off until 2023, where he showed back up last season with a 5.03 expected ERA. Is he this good? I don't know. But I'm getting like minus 106 over at FanDuel right now, minus 111 over at our sponsor BetMGM. We'll talk about them next here. But Chicago plus 1.5, that's the lean. Pay attention if you're in the premium Discord. Something will come out of this. Something can come out of this offer for you too. BetMGM, you go to the link below. First bet safety net up to $1,500. You deposit $25 or more and you bet anything you want. 5, 10, 50, 100, 150, up to $1,500 on your first bet. If it wins, keep the money. If it loses, get bonus bets back on that amount that you bet for the first bet. So first bet safety net, that's what it means, friends. Down at the link below. Happy 4th of July. Sign up at all the sports books you can in all the land, only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Back to the as we go. We got Detroit. We got Minnesota. We got looking good for hitting yet again. Detroit early. So good, put it on me. Only thing about you. I'll probably put that on my boat clip. I won't be on a lake tomorrow. I'm really jealous of all the lake life people. That was the thing growing up in South Dakota, being in Minnesota, and then finding his way to, California, Arizona. It's just like, I just need lake life more than what is available in the Southwest. It's just brutal. But anyway, Kenta Maeda taking on Bailey Ober. It's not Ober yet. I'm not quite over him. I'm over this segment. But Kenta Maeda on the other side, friends, this is going to be somebody that is still targetable to some extent, especially with righty power. And I think that's where Trevor Larnach can come in and do some damage. Now, without Royce Lewis, rip. Please come back, be healthy. He's on the 10-day IL. At least it's not like the 60-day IL right off the bat. But I've never been more terrified of somebody running bases. Anyway, this is about Trevor Larnach and his 5'11" expected 361 XWOB, with good stuff across the board. But 13.4 degree launch angle, combine that with Kenta Maeda, fly ball pitcher, 0.8% fly ball rate, only a 35.1% ground ball percentage. All systems go for Trevor Larnach. Power hitter, going to be putting it on the card better than plus 350. It will be available to us, I think, based on what we saw here on Wednesday. It's funny because I had Goldschmidt, then I have Soto, Larnach, homers. Everything's good there. But anyway, speaking of homers, we've had the wind blowing out here routinely in Wrigley. Not very much so here in this spot. I'm going to double check some of the weather, but as it stands right now, it looks like it's going to be flipping around, and the total kind of personifies that 7.5, really low. There was some weird line movement too against Wheeler. I almost locked it, almost ended up firing the full unit. I was going to double dip. I didn't have exposure to Fanatics where it was minus 110. Otherwise, I would have. Shout out the premium Discord for being all on top of that. Minus 115, best I was able to get for a slight upgrade on the minus 125 there. Also know your cash outs, so people know the rules of your sports books, know what you can cash out and move to another book, because there are some spots where you're able to get the entire value back, or you're able to get something where it's like you're paying $3. Like if you're betting 125 like I did, you're able to pay off $3, cash out for 122, and then bet minus 116. And you're still getting the 100 back, and you're saving the 6. See? Look what I'm doing. I should probably break down the game, huh? Christopher Sanchez, huge ground ball guy. I love that here against the Cubbies. And I kind of love it just, being a lefty against the Cubbies. They've not been all that pleasant all season long. 21.6% K rate, but just a 90 WRC plus against. Good for run prevention. And, well, Jameson Taillon, there is negative regression due for him. I like the Philly money line. We're going to fire that one up, friends. Half unit. Pretty straightforward. I fired the same thing up on Wednesday. Shouldn't surprise you. Another pitcher that I'm happy to back here. Now, it was easier to back against a lefty in Imanaga. He got a lot of strikeouts early in this one. They are up 2-1 here heading into the fifth, but we're going to continue on our merry way. Philly money line yet again. San Diego, Texas up. Michael King, Max Scherzer, really like. Now, you do have Petco playing up for power, but Michael King, across the board, been looking good to me. 31.8% hard hit, 27.2% K rate. He was an amazing reliever for the Yankees for a while. And then, well, they tested him out as a starter, made him some money here going to San Diego. I think he's going to get paid. Now, Max Scherzer, 188 expected batting average for him so far. The strikeout stuff shouldn't surprise you. He's 39 years of age. It's starting to come down. 21.1% is a huge drop from last year's 28%. But at least he's healthy. At least he's out there pitching, and he's pitching really well. I know that San Diego slaughters righties. I don't really care here. I like the under of 8, or there are 8.5s on the board. I got this at 8 at minus 115. Now there are minus 105s, minus 110s on 8. The range of outcomes within this distribution, when you get 4 games, it's going over anyway. So you're looking at that range of outcomes on the left tail of things. I could explain this further in another video, but for now, just bet anything on 8. I want it to be inside of minus 110 at 8.5, inside of minus 120. Good talk. Glad we had it. We got 6 games. We've gotten through 2/3 of the program. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. As we head to Roansy Contreras, who I know most from his Pittsburgh days. He was a prospect with some actual promising strikeout stuff. And that righty strikeout stuff could play well here in Oakland. I'm very intrigued. Shout out to Dan Lebitard's dad from back in the day. That was always fun. Producer Jacob, do you know what I'm talking about? Got the thumbs up. That made me happy. That was all I was caring about. Also, just got to check in on him. Wait, I got to break 20 minutes. Here we go. We've got the Angels money line as a lean only in this one. Roansy Contreras has strikeout stuff, but he's going to get hit up to a certain extent as I look through his numbers. 455 expected slugging in 95 batted ball events so far. And JP Sears, just like the store, can be closed from time to time, or in the store's case, closed all the time. I think they're out of business. I don't think there's any Sears left, are there? No. Like this one, though, Baltimore, Seattle. We got Corbin Burnes versus Bryce Miller, and this is kind of a pitching mismatch in the starters. Now, the range of distributions comes down because this is a very favorable ballpark for pitching, but Baltimore has the highest ISO, one of the best top 3 WRC pluses against right-handed pitching, and we get kind of a mediocre to poor one with a 456 expected slugging, 43.1% hard hit, in Bryce Miller with an 11.6% barrel percentage. Oh my God. I had a single game parlay in this one that I fired up. I'm going to fire it up yet again in some capacity here. Corbin Burnes is so damn good on the other side. 31.7% hard hit, 359 expected slugging. I'm expecting 6.5, 7.5 to look really weird in the strikeout department on this one. Again, another crazy spot. Seattle strikes out the most in all of baseball. This was such a straightforward money line play. Minus 148 on FanDuel as of right now. Minus 154, the prevailing number. Minus 155 at BetMGM Caesars. As I'm looking across the board, just get yourself some exposure. If this is your parlay piece, so be it. It is a huge mismatch. If you're looking to potentially trim the number, you could go first 5, but I just prefer the entire game. Positive regression due for a lot of Atlanta. Logan Webb, Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton, not much to bring up here. He gets to face a pretty weak San Francisco lineup. It's kind of okay hitting weather, but nothing crazy. I just look at Logan Webb. 49.6% hard hit, 276 expected batting average, only a 21.1% K rate. He is a low launch guy. The ground ball rate, always what you point out with him, 58.2%. That's good. Matt Olson exists, though. 15.7 degree average launch angle. 432 expected slugging is on the low end for him, but on the upper end for major league hitters. I like the lefty going up against Logan Webb as a potential, yes, third bomb. We're looking for fireworks. Can we go Soto? Can we go Larnach? Can we go Olson? For the trifecta, I'm going to parlay them all together because it's a holiday, and because it's a holiday, we must celebrate. Celebrate. Gotta go. I don't really like anything here. Milwaukee, Colorado, 10.5, wind blowing in. Myers, Quantrill. He's not good by any means, but overall, everything here just has me screaming, get yourself on out. 37.8% hard hit is good. 6.3% barrel percentage for Quantrill. And Tobias Harris. Nobody wants to talk about Tobias Harris. He's in Detroit. He doesn't even matter anymore. 38% hard hit for Tobias Myers. There you go. We like the over, but it's a lean. It's not a like. Tampa Bay money line here with Zach Eflin, Alec Marsh. Alec Marsh is inferior, but this price, minus 134, no thank you. No thank you. No thank you. I'm going to be paying attention to the price. Again, you were to drop the Kansas City number to like plus 125, I'd be interested. You were to drop the Tampa Bay Rays line to like minus 145, I'd be interested. But this is like as efficient as it gets. 8.5 is like a perfect total. Nothing to add here. No notes. But we leave here with a play. Zach Gallen, my boy. He's had one start. He's been back off the IL with that hamstring issue. And then I was going to say Tavern, but I guess that makes sense. Landon, that'd be London, whatever. 46.5% hard hit, 227 expected batting average. One is really good. Expected batting average, one is really bad. The hard hit that he's giving up. But some of these lefties, Jock Peterson, you got to get by him. He had revenge in his heart in that 9th inning. Didn't matter on Tuesday. They still had the Dodgers come back on them. But it is what it is, friends. We've got pretty good pitching here. Zach Gallen as well. He's got to get by the lefties. Ohtani, Freeman. Really, those are the lefties. Jason Hayward, he does have a 44.8% hard hit for what it's worth. But Zach Gallen, it's just good to have my boy back in my life. I like the under of 8.5 here in this one. Going to be muted weather here at first pitch, a later evening game. You're last on the docket. Don't see as much run production showing up in this one. Give me the under. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. I think we almost made it. Hit the like button as we get out of here. BetMGM, check them out down below. Check out OddsSharper as well. One more time for the people. Producer Jacob, can we throw up the graphic? $17.76. If you sign up at OddsSharper down below, for your first month, $17.76. Super, super cheap price. Shout out everybody else here on the 4th of July. Enjoy your time. I'm going to be betting baseball. I'm going to be working. And then I will see Producer Jacob tomorrow night as we cover Friday's slate, heading into the freaking weekend, baby. It's going to be a beautiful time. Until next time, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets. Happy 4th of July.